All right. Let's get this chat. How's this chat looking on the screen? Favorite time of the night. What's going on, Goomy? All in on Maya end closer. I can respect that one. Maya, I feel like end closers are pretty good. I've also been seeing just like a lucky pace chaser win in lobbies. Doesn't really matter who they are. They're just gonna walk to the end. You hope your run shows? Well, we can always just choose your run. I need to watch these runs so I can figure out what to do correctly, because I've been having just completely 0 out of 10 good runs. Nothing's working. It's a bad time. Building a triple front comp. I can respect that one. I feel like that's going to do good. Who's in your triple front aside from Daiwa whenever she just chooses to show up? Reusing your Ogre? I was thinking about building an Ogre again because my other runs have just been going horrible. Just terrible runs. I thought your name was DPS Fleshlight. Not like it's really that much different from DSP Fleshlight, but you know. I was thinking of doing DPS on a Fleshlight, which is a wild. I mean, you don't really want to think about that. That is a wild thought, though. Both are pretty wild. Those are pretty wild names. So how's your aces coming along, chat? I got nothing going for me. I might just have to throw in whatever I got so far. It may just come down to that. What's going on, Garfield? Got to focus on school. Yeah, it's a tough time for a lot of people in school right now. You got finals going on right now. You made a non-fluff UG rice shower. Pace isn't great right now. Nah, pace is weird. In lobbies right now, I've been losing just the pace. They just a lucky pace, and then they just run away with it. There's nothing you can do. Doing your final project at this very moment. Oh, good luck on it. What's your final project on? Is it like a final paper, or is it like one of those situations where it's like an actual thing you got to do? PC Amazon enjoy. There you go. A lot of typing? Yeah. I remember those days. Now I don't have to do that. I mean, I do, but not like I don't have to write a paper. Burb, you know what? I had a thought today. I was like, you know, what if I just go to like Open League, you know? I'm not going to, but I had that thought. But at this rate, I don't think I'm going to redeem myself. Did he do that? Yeah, it would be a good reset. But instead, we're going to just suffer and disappoint myself. What did I study? Oh, I went to college for psychology. No, that's a good point, Burb. If you give up now, how am I supposed to give up at the next annoying CM? Which is the next? What is the next one? Is a mile. I know that. What's going on after that? The next one, I don't mind building for mile. Mile's pretty easy to build for. What's better for your mental health? Well, definitely not UmaMusume, because it has been bullying me. How do these viewer streams work? Well, we're just doing some people sent in some runs, and we're going to check them out, see what kind of mistakes people have been potentially making. The next CM is the Wednesday, the 13th, and then the other one after that is like the 9th or something like that. So we have 3 weeks in between the next CM and the one after that. So if I don't have anything by Wednesday, I mean, I'm not building any more aces for this. So fuck it. Christmas Ogre gets bullied. Did you send in a video? Taurus Cup, Gemini Cup. Another medium comes after that. Is that the Cancer Cup is the Ogre one, or is the next one the Ogre one? Cancer? Oh no, I'm so tired of it. Every fucking lobby that I run into is just Christmas Ogre, man. I can't escape her. I may fall to the dark side and do like gold ship double dominator or something. Where do you submit vids for this type of stream? In the Discord, you'll see the link, or just send it to my email. So you just record your own run and then you can send it to my email, which I don't know my email for this. It's just drmrpancake@gmail.com. Gold ship double dom. I am very close to just building a gold ship for the next CM because I can't build anything else. Even though today I tried to build a legitimate gold ship and I ended up with an S+. Not maxed anything. Couldn't even get more than 800 wit. So I'm doing something. Something not good. You know how Ogre is 3/4 position bound for UMA? Yeah. I'm listening, Burb. Yeah, man, throw it in next time. After school stroll. So they don't need Tachyon? Yeah, I don't have Christmas Ogre. Christmas Ogre is one of the people that my brain does not work on understanding like how it works. I understand how it works, but I can't figure out what is good on what track and what's not, because my brain just refuses to actually think that deeply. Daring Strike, End Closer, Christmas Ogre. Yeah, that sounds pretty obnoxious. I mean, End Closer Christmas Ogre is already bad enough right now, but that sounds worse. On where the 777s hit. Are they using 777s now? $777. Yeah, I know they use always 777 because it's obviously it's reliable. But I never know what everything else that they the other recoveries that they take. Oh, so is 777s the ones that they want to end on? Chat, let me show you how my runs have been going. Oh, that makes sense then. This is how my runs have been going. You see this S plus, S plus, S plus, S plus? I also deleted a couple of S pluses and an S. That's how it goes. Down here, I was building SS, SS plus. Everything was feeling smooth. I couldn't do wrong. Now it's just bad. Yeah, the runs have been, the last 2 days, the runs have been just brutally not good. What Uma are we pulling next? That's a good question. I do like, what's the one coming out tomorrow? Palmer. I do like Palmer. I'm not pulling on Palmer, though. I do like Taiki. I'm a Taiki fan. Look at the stats. Couldn't even max speed with three speed cards. I used to be able to do this with 2. Can't do it no more. Look at this. Look at my wit. Where is it? Yeah, I just do the daily pools. Hope to get lucky. I might put a few tickets towards Palmer, but Summer Gold Ship maybe. But there's no Umas that are like really coming out that I'm like, oh, I want. Like I'm looking through the list right now. Let me see. Like looking through the list. Palmer, and a lot of people like the wedding ones. I'm not, you know. Summer Gold Chip people like mainly, I mean, a lot of people really want her as a debuffer just for the 2 randoms. And probably for the swimsuit, but you know, mainly for like the debuffer. I like Gold Chip. I like Gold Chip just in general. So I do like Gold Chip, but am I going to pull for summer? Probably not. CB. Should have went to school for psychology. Could have been like me. Mr. CB. I do want Mr. CB. That might be like the legit next one that I am thinking about. Yeah, I run Gold Chip when I'm having just a series of bad runs and I just want something easy. Turn my mind off and just go. Because she just does not lose. Steampunk. Burby pulling on winning ticket Steampunk. Gold Chip hates you. How? Got to think for a bit. Look at that. I already know. What is her aptitude? 8 guts, 8 speed, 14 power. When did she come out? What is the timeline for that? Is a very good parent, is she? I don't know anything about like any of the alternative outfits. It's right after Hello? Oh boy, that's a bad time. Well, you better hope to get lucky or you're pulling out the most important card. Gold Chip's other outfit, people really want her for the for her unique. Just to throw in more debuffs. But people don't really talk about her as like I want her for her. You know? Just disrespecting Gold Chip like that. It already feels like every map is just a debuff haven. Nara to Brian Blaze. Nari 1. Mr. CB. Symbolic Chris Arden. Marvelous Sunday. Tachyon Summer. Symboli. I just need pace chasers to be relevant. This starts the late surger. I do like lates. I do like lates. All right, chat, should we get this started? Let's check out some runs that you guys have sent in. First of all, is anyone here that sent in a video? Because then we can check that out. The recording was cropped on OBS. How cropped is it? Shows the gameplay, none on the menu. Well, that makes it a little tough. Able to reduce yours to 3 gigs. I mean, you know what they say. Size doesn't really matter. I thought about putting in mine because I need help with my own run. You sent in your SS Bourbon on Friday. Is that the one that we watched? Did we watch that one? Or is this one? I feel like we watched maybe 3 of them. I mean, we got more. Now the one at the top. This one. You're late. Well, we didn't. I mean, we started. We just started. We just been bullshitting for a while. Hold on. Chat is not on the screen. We gotta fix that. And we have no music, so we gotta definitely fix that. Xenoverse 2? Waiting for Xenoverse 3 to come out? All right. Let's start with this one. This one, I mean, this is an SS, so let's see how many actual mistakes are in an SS. And then we'll move on to another one. What's going on, Kita-san Black Gooner? Valentine Bourbon, what are the parents? That's a good spread. Now, is this for an ace for like the next CM, or is this just a run? Ace run? Okay. 2-2-2. I don't mind 2-2-2, especially with bourbon. I don't have Valentine Bourbon, so I don't know what the most common the norm is, but I don't mind 2-2-2. This card, I don't know what your deck also looks like. This card is not bad. It's not, I mean, if you're building for a mile, then this card has some good stuff. Otherwise, it's a little okay. For the race bonus, I mean, it's, what is it, 10 race bonus? I mean, 10, yeah, it's fine. You don't have the free to play one? Marvelous, well, I guess you're using Marvelous Sunday Wit. Valentine Bourbon is good. Very good. That's a good click. Wit clicks, speed clicks, power clicks. We like to see that. Energy real low, which is fine. I mean, you've been getting good clicks out of it, so. I like the wit clicks. Chat, I think this is something that a lot of people that don't get SS seem to do, and I'm sure we'll see this mistake later on. They don't click wit enough in the beginning. And if you don't click wit enough and your wit level doesn't get higher, then you're really going to struggle with just getting wit. And sometimes it just, you know, nothing pops up on wit, and that's the reality, but you do want that wit level higher. Let's see. Did you do the races? Looks like you did the races. Good job. It's good item usage. Now, maybe I don't know what I'm talking about anymore because I can't build an Uma to save my fucking life, but seems like good item usage right there. Always use your items, chat. Why does your shop look so big? I made a gold ship and it went horrible, so I think it was probably a sign. Glow sticks for NTR. But I'm still probably going to end up building a gold ship because I don't know, man. I've been trying to build fantasy pasta. Not working. I want to build cross. Not working. Nothing's working. Okay, let's check where the stats are at. Classic gear. Good item shop here. Now, Eternal, are these kind of runs like SS runs? Are they normal? Are they bad? Are they really good? Is this rare, out of the ordinary, or what? 300, 300, 300. It's a good spread. Stamina's, you could say a touch low, but, you know, not terrible. That's norm. OP race is good. Everything's pretty standard so far. Ooh. That was a gamble. It does look like you're in a call. Let's check. Activating the health tracker. Is the health one just... I never choose health. Which one does the health do? Is that just the... does it give you the recovery? Like corner recovery? Or is that winning chakra? It's more energy. Is that the one? Is it energy mood? Winning gives the skills. So health just gives energy. What's the percentage of getting that one? Because I only ever just choose charm. If I'm not choosing charm, or it's too sketchy to get out of here, I just choose charm. Because I get the energy and I just move on with my day. You always go strength. You are a madman. But that's just me. Health, energy, mood, recover badge status. I don't mind not racing there. It gets Kita-san. Yeah, Kita-san is not activated, so getting Kita-san activated is good. You never lost a gamble? I think you got to playing on a weird patch, man. We are on 2 different patches because I never win anything. Pretty good inspiration, nothing crazy. Friendships are a little behind. I mean, nothing you can really, nothing too much that you can do. Good item shops. There's some good RNG. Taking advantage of it. Always got to take advantage of it. Arrest, I don't mind arrest there. Did you have a wit there too? Yeah, you had arrest. I mean wit. I guess you could have gone wit. I probably would have gone wit with the energy. I mean, I don't know how many I don't know how many energies you had there. But with the energy, I think, because I mean the rest is just, I mean, you're just going through both races and your energy's gone. The wit is, I mean, you're getting something out of it. You always got to be prepared when you get when the RNG is hitting you. You got to run with it. Always hammer. Like to have enough energy by early June. It's fair. Everything's still looking pretty standard. Kale juice. Let's see what this summer turns out. I think there's only a few friendships that are not activated. 2 friends. NTR being one of them is kind of tough. Probably could have held off on that kale juice. I mean, it's not at the biggest end of the world. But I see one of the friendship there, so I guess he couldn't. That's pretty good. Pretty good. You got that going and you get it paid off. Raw click 16%. Gamble for it. I respect it. Nothing too out of the ordinary. Nothing really a big identifiable mistake. Yeah, nothing to do there. I don't mind buying those skills. As a front runner, buying angling and scheming is definitely just a lot easier just to win all the time. Yeah, trying to use a charm or trying to go down to 0 energy, the lowest energy you can go before the kale juice is the most efficient, but when you can't do it, then, you know, it is what it is. You have a could have used a megaphone here. If you buy Angling Skimming junior year, yeah. Less clocks. I'm down to like 60 clocks. That's how my runs have been going. I'm gonna dip it in the I'm dipping into the carrot soon enough, so I gotta start posting some videos so I can get some more carrots if I need to. I don't use megaphones on one rainbow, but you got 4 of them. So it's like, what? Why not? One per day. Yeah, I am. This I don't know what it is about this CM. It's just going downhill. My it's just going down. You still got like 230. I mean, like, you got plenty of clocks. I'll throw a clock on one single wick click. It's another 40%. I can understand, you know, if you're low, yeah, I'm not using it. But if I got 4 of them, I'll throw it out there. But that's just me. Zero clocks as of today. I'm about to be there right with you. I got to start just building Ogre, Gold Ship. I don't know. Grass Wonder. Just people that are never going to lose. I just need to start building them. Yeah, the wit is right now. The wit is a little bit low. Obviously, that 40%, you know, megaphone is not necessarily going to change anything, and this could just be a little bit of bad luck with it. Yeah, the wit is struggling a little bit, but it's not that bad. Yeah, like throwing in a little bit of speed sparks is also pretty helpful. Just in the beginning, especially, I mean, I've kind of accepted that I can't run TM Opera in Track Blazer because, one, her unique basically does not work, and it's too much of a struggle. Yeah, inspiration. Yeah, throw out the list of Umas that never lose races because I need it. Because I've been making it tough for myself. Kawakami doesn't really lose races that often, but she's tough to build. Yeah, that's what I'm waiting for, the next ones that are not race heavy like this. Come July. Like a good opera grandparent. There's a few out there. My opera loses plenty of races. It makes me lose my mind. Good speed clicks, good power clicks, good summer. Good energy usage. Just unfortunate wit and unfortunate guts. Decision? Okay, I don't mind that decision. Chat, is everyone... Oh, well. All right, chat, question time. Chat, you taking this or are you doing the race? 1 for training, 2 for race. Two, race. It's just it's a G2 race. The all Coomers race. Race, training. Depends on the deck. Yeah, race is definitely a possibly a more solid option, just because it's on level 1 power, and your power is higher than your speed. If this was a good speed click, I'd probably go speed, just because the speed is lacking a little bit, or if it was a strong wit click maybe. But I mean, it's not a huge deal, but I think that it's a possible decision. It's supposed to be an ace run. But I think the power is already in a good place. This puts it in a, obviously, like, I don't have to think about it place, but if you're already going to click speed again, which you need to, then I mean, the race is probably not really going to change too much out of the whole end results of everything, but okay. So I don't mind the decision to rest there. Chat, would you rest? I mean, was there a training? I don't think there was a training, right? Well, there was a is there a okay, chat, do you use the kale juice here and take the speed, or do you rest? Rest and run 5 races. Kale, train. Rest if only kale. You would kale. Kale. This is me. I'm not saying there's a good or bad decision. I'm not saying this is the right decision. I would have kaled and took the speed to get the speed into a better place. Because you're going to get a mood up anyway, and you're going to get energy here in the end of the year. So if you rest here and then you energy, then you're already in a good place. Or you could just get another energy up item after that. So just a little bit more speed is, never bad. Yeah, I think it's, do I bet on the click now, or do I bet on another click coming up? Because, I mean, you could get a really good training in Queen Elizabeth or the early December. But if you don't, is that extra 30 speed going to change things? I mean, not really, but it helps. But, I'd rather not waste a turn if I can. It's not gonna really, it's not the biggest thing, but if I had to nitpick. Good luck charms. You gotta look good. You have enough good luck charms to not need any energy for the finals. So I would have just bought the charm, and then you don't need to do anything. Because then you have 3 charms, and then you can just not worry about energy at the end. Yeah, you got your own Discord going on in the call right here. There's a little bit of lore going on there. What are they talking about, chat? How many hammers did we got? We got 35% hammers. Did you use a hammer right there? Did you accidentally do that? Yep, okay. Fair enough. Just chit-chatting. Yeah, but what if you guys are plotting world takeover or something like that, you know? Good final braces. Good final clicks there. That was a good whistle. I mean, you got the speed. Just nice to have something on in the background. Well, thanks for lurking. Skill point seems about right, because he bought 3. He bought 3 of the skills earlier. The struggle with front runners. There's a lot of shit that you want to buy. Megaphones don't stack, but I mean at the end, sometimes you can, use a 40 and then you save the 60 for something better. 1-star guts as tradition dictates. I mean, you maxed out speed, maxed out power, good stamina. The guts is quite low, and then the wit is, I mean, it could be higher, but, I think that's like the 4th 1-star guts that we've seen in these reviews. I think he probably got unfortunate with the wit here. I don't know why the guts is so low. I mean, I guess it could have just been pretty bad. I think the stamina is, well, for front runners, I don't know what the stamina requirement is with a white recovery. I think it probably is fine. I don't know if he bought like Radiant Star or something like that, but with that low of a guts, yeah, stamina might be a little tricky. Yeah, front runners, you just take whatever you can get because there's too many skills that you want. Yeah, the guts was just, I think the guts and the wit seemed pretty unlucky. I mean, could have got a little bit more wit, but I think it was overall a lot of good decisions. There wasn't really anything to nitpick besides, nitpicking 2 trainings at the end of senior year, which at that point, not really too much that you can do. Okay, anyone else send in a video that we're gonna check out? Took advantage of all the shops. That's the biggest thing. Yours is still there. You sent one. Which one is? Bungle, I see you. We're doing you. Wait, Fungo, did we watch your video already? Did we watch a Dober video? I don't think we watched the Dober one. We don't blame around here. We just checking, you know, what's kind of going on in education. Got a UG. There you go. I don't think we did watch this. I think I turned this on in my test to make sure that the videos worked, and then I don't think we watched it. Because when I'm making the big video, I had this. What is Dober's growth? I don't know what her growth rates are. Because I don't have Dober. I tried to get Dober. Dober didn't want me. So. Got to show your cards? That's fine. What are her growth rates? 10 speed, 20 wit. 10 speed, 20 wit. Is this like an ace run for the next CM, or is this just you're just building something? Water check, chat. Drink some water. Ace run? All right, let's do this. I don't mind the spread. Let's see the cards related to the spread. I know you have commentary, and I'll have the commentary when I do the video, so that'll help with the explaining. Don't know if it's bad luck or your fault. Well, we're gonna find out. We're gonna see if we can notice the big moment. That's fine with the spread. I think stamina, I don't know if stamina will be an issue. You're a late surger, so I don't know if it's going to be too much of an issue. Yeah, the Marvelous Sunday Power card was the free one. You have the gold recovery too, so yeah, you should be all right. Getting perfect 900, 1,000 stat spread on like everything. Because that would be impressive. Let's see what it's looking like at the end of junior year. Pretty good stat spread. A lot of wit. I like to see a lot of wit. Good power, good stamina, good speed. Speed's fine. So it seems like there was some good clicking going on in the beginning. Nothing really to critique, or at least you go back and rewind and check out. Wit clicks, we love wit clicks here. Speed, yeah, that's good speed. Ooh. Oh, no clocks. I'm about to join you, buddy. It's a tough start. I mean, sometimes, yeah, I mean, sometimes I won't even clock these races. I'll just throw them on pace. If I lose, I lose. Because, I mean, the bonus out of these races is 10 stats if you ran all 3 junior stakes. So I'm just like, whatever. Because I run too many Umas that lose these races to care that much. I think you probably could have just gambled on the wit there. I don't mind the rest. I think the rest is also fine. It gives you more options there. Hey, I don't mind being filled with copium, you know? Huff it all day. That's what we need a little bit more. This is the classic late surger start. This is why lates in the beginning, I just throw them on pace and hope for the best. Yeah, if you got a POW card, that's where those kind of turns are quite handy. Chad, who's taking the wit click versus the speed click here? 1 for speed, 2 for wit. This is the wit click. This is the speed click. One for speed, 2 for wit. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2. Yeah, it's a good debate because 1, you do need more speed if you're losing races. 300 is still good enough where you should be fine, but you need more power. So a speed click is, yeah, this is why we need, you know, a little pole bot or something. So speed and power is good, but your other friendships are blue. So getting these up are not huge priority, but I don't know, maybe focusing on the blue friendships here is a debate. So it's a debate. I don't think you can go wrong with either one, but it is a thought. Oh yeah, that's tough, Jack. Whenever you see if you ever watch a race, I like to watch races when my people are losing all of the time. I'm like, what's going on? Yeah, somebody just like stammed out, loses, especially in like a CM lobby. That's why I won a couple the sprint CM way back when. My Agnes Digital died and took everyone with them. Not on the sprint. It was on one of the CMs. No, she paced up, died, and she took the whole lobby with her. And my ogre just walked to the finish line. What was the gold skill? Is there a gold skill? What's gold skill? That green one? What was the green? Somebody, chat, what was the green gold skill? First place. You know, we like more first places. Oh, it's the Sam and Wit. Yeah, that one sucks. I don't mind racing there. That's something I like to do that. I run it down. Maybe that's why it hasn't been working for me. But it's better than resting there, I think. Wow, the double move down is pretty unlucky. I think you got 4 speed weights now. Now I know you're talking. Can't hear you because I'm muting it. I don't mind the I don't mind that there because I know there's a race coming up right here. But a rest there could have gave you more options afterwards. But if you get a bad rest, then it gives you nothing. So, you know. Yep, sleep deprived. That's what we're talking about. But there, you know, there's fine because then you have the option. Yeah, I would take that too for the friendships. Yeah, the mood downs. That's true. You know, you do get an automatic mood up there, but. What kind of inspiration we got? Ooh, medium S. There we go. Now we're cooking. Now you gotta lock in. Every time I get medium S or fast learner over the last few days, terrible run. Yeah, the no agenda is wild. Hey, if you remember it, oh, that's tough. That's fair. If you just turn your brain off and just you can go, I respect it. Dude, late surgers are so I just it's tough, man. Late surgers. A lot of wit. I like that wit. Hammers. Hammers good. Nothing going on for a while. Ooh, racing it, running it down. Okay, I respect that. That's tough. Dude, mile races as a late surger, it just feels so... I don't know why it feels so hard sometimes. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's the Umas I'm running, but... Oh, you got kale juice. Okay. That makes sense. Your unique doesn't work on miles? Yeah, that's what I've been finding with like Fantasy Pasa. Sometimes you're just running, you know? And you just running. You're just running. Stat spread is looking pretty good. You have so many items. I like not using your kale juice there and using the charms. Trying to train Arden for Taurus, but can't get the right combination of Marzensky, Miles Spark, Long Sparks, Power Sparks. Yeah. Track Blazer. It's tough, man. You know, like I want to run. There's a lot of people that I'd like to run. It's just If I need medium S, you know, how am I supposed to get that with Tamama Cross? Unless I don't bring Miles Spark. I mean, like, yeah, just skip on Miles Sparks, but then you just miss a whole bunch of races. It's a good shops. I had that in one of my trial runs. What, no mile? Or you got medium S with like a 1-star medium spark in there. I don't mind that speed click. Now you don't have to think about speed ever again. It could have been a wit click, but I don't mind it. That was a good whistle. I do like whistling there. Yeah, I go heavy on wit. Because wit is something that is always just trying to catch up most of the time. Are we racing or training? Racing, okay. The next question is, are you going to run it down? I still need I need somebody to teach me running guts. Yeah, the bad mood is tough there. I might have still just clicked. I might have still just clicked this if I had the option. I don't know if you have an energy item or not. I think he had an energy item. $22 wit is $22 wit. The claw machines, do you hate them because they pop up all the time, or do you hate them because they're slow? That is true. I miss an embarrassing amount of little plushies in the claw machine. Let me check the stats. The stat spread is looking quite good. The wit's catching up. Power's good. The speed you never have to think about for like the rest of the run. With speed this high, clicking on speed is something that it won't even cross my mind. Trying to focus on and like in a situation like this, if it's speed or racing, I'm just racing it down until I get power or wit. So the speed will just like pretty much max naturally at this point. Yeah, focusing on wit is going to kind of be the best. And that Agnes is coming back to haunt you. But even without Agnes on there, you know, the wit's still looking pretty good. A lot of good items in the shop. Check the inspiration. Eh. Yeah, that's tough when you go whole run and the bond is not there. And that's why whenever I see like a blue bond in the beginning, I've made the mistake so many times, or I've just been struck with unluckiness so many times, where I'm like, all right, I don't want the blue. Yeah, you're going to be hoping there's a barbecue popping up. Oh, look, the barbecue. Racing in an alpha mood recreation can be better than resting. Yeah, it depends on your items, yeah. I don't mind racing into, if I get it to an alpha mood, but I got the items. If I have a double cupcake, I can run it down confidently. The wit is not bad, but it's getting to the point where you're really going to need like a good wit summer to kind of save it. And then you're still going to want power. But yeah, you're going to want a good wit summer. If you don't get a good wit summer, then your wit is just, 900 by the end of it. But yeah, speed is absurdly high. And that's not even wit clicking wit. I mean, sometimes you just get unlucky with a wit. I mean, Agnes not being alive is also, that makes it pretty tough. I mean, this is a good wet summer. This is looking good. There's a good debate on power or wit. I don't mind the power there. Chat. Power or wit here? 1 for power, 2 for wit. Power. I mean, yeah, power. Yeah, the friendships there, that's tough. If this was a rainbow, I mean, it would be obviously a lot better. But that's the reality of it. I do think power here is probably better because, one, you don't have... you want some stamina. I think you have a gold recovery stamina, but you're not going to click power outside of summer. So you'll click wit outside of summer, but you're not going to click power outside of summer. Just like that. I mean, getting some stamina there is fine. It's one of those unfortunate situations where the cards didn't, activate, and you just have to, you're just scraping for whatever kind of power and stamina you're trying to get. In a situation where a stat line is kind of like this, if you have the option to train over race, it can be good to just like struggle whatever stats you can get. I know you had, I think, no trainings here. I can see that you're explaining something. Chat, who races? Who takes that speed? Speed or race? Now, unfortunately, I think you are running the mile medium rotation, right? You're not running long, right? Speed, no more speed. Are you doing Tiara? Okay, well, in that case, yeah, I think you're forced to race. I didn't know if you're doing the longs. I don't know. Can she run long? Yeah, Tiara, then, yeah, you have to race there, obviously, but if you're doing a long, then it's more of a debate. I still think racing would be fine. Long F, yeah, that's tough. Track Blazer. Hey, look who came to party. Tachyon just woke up at the end of the run. She's still not our friend, but she's about to be. Unfortunate final training there. I think racing was good. Oof. I've been there. Just nothing showing up at the end. But I think you definitely clawed your way back pretty well. Because I thought your wit was not going to do anything, but then you had a good wit summer, so that was good. These are some tough trainings at the end, but, you know, for how it all went, I think the stat line definitely clawed and bounced its way back, so that was good. Yeah, I mean, I think the power was also a little bit tough because Marvelous Sunday didn't really get activated. I mean, I think if you do the same run again with the bonds becoming activated, you know, it's kind of like maxed out, if not, you know, close. So that was the unfortunate reality of that run, but overall, good run. Just unfortunate bonds. Medium S is definitely workable. All right, chat, who else is here? Who said they were calling dibs? Are they still in chat? Kings? Are you this one? The Tamamo? Maybe you can teach me something because my Tamamo has been brutal. You normally get S ranks. Okay. Let's see what's going on here. Turf. Okay, so no Mile Sparks. Okay. A Guts build. Okay. Four Guts, 2 speed. That's a wild build. That is pretty wild. I don't mind a Guts build, right? Please, if you know how to do a Guts, teach me. You're bringing all Stamina Sparks, right? I think you're bringing all Stamina Sparks. So when you're running a Guts build, and this is, correct me if I'm wrong, chat. You probably want more Power Sparks, right? Depends on growth/distance. Getting that Haru up is going to be essential. I do know that. The Kitasan, is the Kitasan in there just for Professor Curvature or what? I mean, with the Guts build, you don't need that much stam. I think for the next track, you need like 600 stamina if you max your Guts out. Something like that. But this is, but 0LB Kitasan Black. Could you find a better, like, do you have a better speed card there? How much race bonus is this? Because Ice and Flash is, does she have race bonus? Is it 5? Haru's 10. 10, 10, 15. Her effect gives some. I don't know. I feel like you could probably, I don't know your deck, so I could be wrong. You could probably do 3 Guts. But I don't know what your speed card. You could probably add a wit card in there. Bomb Cross is 20 stamina, 10 power. The gold ship special. Yeah, the 0LBs are a little tough. Unless you need like a certain skill from them. Oh, that was a gamble. I probably would have rested here instead of the gamble to 32%. That's a big gamble. We're starting off strong with big balls. So, you know what? I respect it. Yeah. Roll the dice. Always gamble. I mean, you can restart. It's fair. But the thing with, like, now you're going to have to rest. Because, I mean, I guess unless you get really good items. And then if you have, you know, like, if you get a really good item right? Or you get the 20% trainings, then you can't really use it because say you get a bad rest here. No, what are you gonna do? I mean, you get a bad rest there, you know, it's not great, but now you're wasting 2 turns on, you know, junior year as opposed to like pre-junior year. You could just restart, yes, but. Oh, good energy. Ooh, mood down. Let us skip to round here. I didn't even notice the notifications. Did you do an OP race? Oh, you can't do mile races. I forgot. Okay. You had me scared for a second, okay? You can max out Matsukano with 2 selected tickets and a crystal. Do you think it's a good investment? Not the crystal, no. I would save the crystal for something better in the future. The crystal can always be used. The selected tickets, that's its own debate, but at what point does the charming mirror stop being worth the purchase? If you're doing guts, I feel like charming is fine because you need those cards to be activated. Maybe after junior year. I don't know. It really depends on like what you got going on. If you have just an excess amount of money and it's early, maybe take it, but what LB do I need for Agnes Tacky on Light Hello? I think people say 1 LB for Light Hello, right? Or is it MLB? Inspiration. Let's check what our stat line is looking like. Yeah, I mean the wit is going to be homeless for a good while. Speed is a little bit low. Power is low as well. Once you start getting some clicks kind of flowing, it should balance out a little bit more, but I feel like the trouble with 4 guts, 2 speed, is you never get any recovery. I mean, you have time to get some carrots back. So I think it's at the 1.5 anniversary. 2 months away or something like that. How many runs did you miss? You missed 2? Chat, how many runs did we do? 2 runs? No, she won. You tuned in for an interesting one. You need the guts. The bourbon and the doper one, that's true. Both SS. Stat line, looking a little bit better. 2 LB light hello. One or 2 LB. Yeah, Agnes, you want MLB. If you want that card. If you don't want the card, then you can just go, you know, get hello and then get out of there. Yeah, I think the situation with this deck is you really need a high roll on energy atoms, which you can do. But yeah, you're really going to have to high roll on the energy atoms. That's a pretty good summer overall. Chat, somebody smarter than me explain the light hello card. Yeah. This little tomato here cannot read a book. She can't read a coloring book. That's a fair point. Guts not needing as much. I don't know how to run a Guts deck, so I suck at it. When you're not doing mile, the tough part is you can't like skip races that often because you just need every single race. And then whenever you lose a race, it's that much more painful. Is light hello when the cards they introduce is basically like the scenario tax starts kicking in? Where basically you need that card for every scenario. Yeah. I mean, I get it. And grand live runs are like 20 minutes, right? How long are they? Did I make that up? Need to get more tokens, purchasing more songs. Same as Unity. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Pretty nice. Then I can do more runs. And we can do more viewer runs. And we can watch more runs. So, in late January, this stat line is actually not bad. The wit, of course. Wit is not existent. We just ignore wit on this run. Now, chat, let me show you what I learned that you could do. Look at this. Boom. I can draw. But the point is, the wit is pretty much non-existent. How do I clear this? Turn her into tomato. What's a tomato look like? I forgot what a tomato looks like. Yeah, she's sad because she can't read a book. So, but the point is, the stat line is looking pretty good, actually, for how the deck is. But the struggle is going to be just energy items. If you don't get energy items, the run dies. If you get energy items, I feel like you have a chance because every card in your deck is just taking your energy. And you don't have wit cards. Unless you bring wit sparks. I mean, if you bring wit sparks, your wit is better, but you don't get energy still. That was a good guts one. How much was it? Yeah, that's what you like. This is why people like guts, right? Big clicks like this. Skip ahead a little bit. The low end of numbers, well, yeah, it depends on the deck. Nothing to do there. A bald wit click, not the end of the world. Now the skills that you're buying, that's a whole nother discussion. Are you building this for team trials? Built it for something. The skills you're buying is definitely something. Another good guts click. Yeah, it's not. There's not. Yeah, you know what? You're just building. You know, maybe it's just building. I don't know why you're buying the skills, but. Early June. I think, chat, who uses the energy versus race here? So I think you have two. You have a kale juice and a 65 energy race, right? Because with that much energy items, I'm training all day. Yeah, this is a good training. And it's not a G1. Yeah. So you definitely, I think, use the item. Like, I think you just have... Like, you have... Yeah, these are your items. So you have 65 and you have 100 and a plus mood. So I think taking this is definitely worth it because, I mean, you'll have enough energy for summer. Make your race schedule a lot flexible, a lot more flexible. That's fair. I think that's probably my issue. I don't think I'm flexible enough. Posture check. Yep, chat. Stop shrimping. You caught me slacking. I was slouching to the side. Whistle. It's a struggle with no megaphones. It is what it is. I mean, you use all your items during the summer, so effective summer. Not great trainings, though. Elizabeth. Late November, your race. Can you take that? Do you have energy for that? The run definitely was a run. Why did you do that? You could have clicked speed, right? You have a charm. You have speed. What are the final? What's the final stat line? 1050, 1089, 850, 786. That's a good amount of stamina. Yeah, I mean, if you're all your runs, you know, disregarding the deck, like the decision making for the runs, I think the big takeaways are, if you normally get S ranks, I don't know what your deck is, but some of your cards seem good enough. I think you got to use your items more. And that seems like kind of the big thing. Like, I would love to see a run of like a normal deck and see the decision making there. So if you do record another run, send it in. But I think just use your items more, because you ended up with like a lot of items towards the end. But of course, this deck was weird, so that's kind of tough. Ooh, flashbang right there. All right, Chad, who else sent a video in? Yeah. Jello? I see you, Jello. Garfield, you're also in there? Don't worry, Chad. We'll also do more in the future for this, too. So if you ever send in more videos, send in more videos. Because even if I make the main video that I'm making what I wanted these videos for, you know, we can always do these in the future. I do think they're helpful. It's not like we're here to roast people. Okay, so you're breaking into the S plus S territory. You got one SS there. Kind of parents you taking? Is this gonna be like an ace run, or just you're just doing a run? Just doing a run. Like a CM run or just a run? Like you're trying to make a good Uma, but not for CM? Got nothing else? Well, then that's fair. You're gonna run a Guts to Mamo real quick? Hey, he got inspired from the past, you know? Like LeBron James watching his younger self, he's like, you know what, maybe I can do that again. All right, let's check the deck. 3 speed, 1 power, 2 wit. Kind of like 2 speed, but even with Ogre, you don't need 3. I would take 3 wit instead. I don't know what your deck looks like. I think you might have showed that in the beginning, but 2.5 speed is still a lot. You normally underspeed, but this time you messed up. If you underspeed with 20% speed, usually just like energy management. I think you swap one of the speed cards for like a wit card. I think that's fine. Yeah, you can get away with 1 speed with some cards too, like Jack said. And let's skip to, you don't have the calendar up there. Shop. Let's check what the stat line is looking like, and then we can rewind if we need to. Doing a Guts build right now. Hey, everyone's inspired. There you go. That's a great stat line to come out of junior year. 250, 250, 270. And you have Stamp Sparks, so the stamina being, 213 is good. Okay, so you're throwing in the dirt. So I was just about to ask about that. I don't know if you're talking, by the way. I'll see that when I, go through these videos later. Yeah, because when you run an Ogre, you definitely want to just add the dirt races in there. No, let's see you get the gamble. Do you get the gamble? There you go. Let's skip to classic year. See what's kind of going on with the stat line here. You bought practice perfect. That's a bold decision. How'd you do that? What kind of money were you working with? Yeah, I don't know. Probably never buy practice perfect guide. Really kind of just not worth it at 2%. Had a bunch of cash? Yeah. Still wouldn't do it. They could sell it to me. They could pay me to take it. And most of the time you're training on like 0 energy, so it's not really going to change that much. Yeah, you need more. Having more parents is also going to help out. Yeah, trying to really get some friendships is also pretty important. I don't know what the friendships are looking like. I think they're... I don't know if there's any blues, but... Charming. There you go. The friendships are looking okay. Halfway. Halfway is okay at this point. Because you can skip this race if you need to. We got there, and you can skip that one. And you can skip that one if you really need to. But these aren't going to be kind of like your ace cards anyway. Your wit cards are also going to struggle. So that's the other hard part of this deck. If I was like rerunning your deck, you could get away with these 2 speed cards on Ogre, and you could borrow a stronger wit card if your wit ever struggles. I don't know if you need it, but, you know, that's an option. Struggle with wit? Yeah, because your wit cards are both struggling. Oops. Like, I don't think you need Fuku here. Yeah, Fine Motion or Nice Nature, or even Mr. CB, depending on what position you're running, is probably going to make this whole build just way more consistent. If you're building this for CM, you need some accelerations. If you're just building this to build this, then, you know, take whatever parents you want. What kind of inspiration we got? Long S. 76 stamina. That's a good amount of stamina. Yeah, trying to race on, you know, as little energy as possible is always pretty ideal. Let's see what kind of friendships you're looking like during the summer. Is everyone maxed out? Everyone is not maxed out. Stat line is looking good. So seeing how this summer turns out, you know, that would be key. If you get a good summer, you're going to feel good. If you don't get a good summer, you're still in a good place. Like, even if you ended up with this after the end of summer, it's still recoverable. Of course, you wouldn't want to, but, you know, you could recover. Yeah, the friendships, you raced a lot in the beginning. The friendships are, I mean, if this was, I mean, this is still a good click, but like, could you imagine if this was a triple rainbow? You wouldn't need a triple rainbow for Ogre, but could you imagine if it was a triple rainbow? No, see? Great minds. Not too much you can do. I think you gamble for that. Yeah, you could have probably clicked on power there, but your power is a little bit behind. Clicking on power, if you're not running a strong power card, clicking on power in the summertime is kind of like your only chance to do it. King, I better see a UG Guts build right after this. Energy item. Barbecue. Okay, so almost everyone is a friend. Yeah, I mean you just train speed here. SS plus? Nah, I want UG. Yeah, you just use your Kale. I mean you can use a mood up. You have 2 moods up. I would just use the Kale, save the mood up just to run it down, and then you just train speed here. Because then you don't have to think about speed anymore next year. Just use those items. Do I have a guide for making a specific parent deck in Mant? I do not. But, I mean, it's basically... Parents in Mant is a little bit weird because... Getting the skills that don't come from all of the events or... races. There's like playtime's over, maybe Nimble Nav, Umastan, of course. But there's not like a ton of skills. You still want white sparks on everything, but it's not like you have to really build a weird deck most of the time. But basically, you just take whatever cards that you need for certain skills, and then you just build an ace and hope to get lucky. So like if I want playtime over, I would take what, Muteki Power has playtimes over, right? I don't know who has playtimes over. Yeah, and then you race a lot. Which is, I mean, you race a lot anyway, but yeah, you just build an ace. Okay, let's see what the stats are at after this. Stats are looking fine. Is this a screen share from Discord? No, this is a video people sent in. Stats are looking pretty good. Stamina is low. Speed is good. Power is good. Wit's good. So just the stamina is behind, which you may be talking about. You have all the items in the world. Hopefully you use one here. Are you going to use one? Nope. Yeah, you got to use those items more. Just be more liberal with the items. You can always get more items. Unless it's like summertime. Unless you're right around summer and you need it for summer. That's the only time where you save items. See, look, you got another kale juice. So if you use the kale juice right there, then you like Ogre no guts. Yeah, if you use the kale juice right there, you just, I mean, you got another kale juice back. And it's not even like you need a kale juice at all times. Now you got 2 kale juices. She doesn't like kale that much. She's running, and she's winning. And I got a good luck charm, so you really don't even like need that much kale. Because like if you took those, so if we rewind time, back to last year, if you use the kale and took that double speed training, you're at 800 right now, and you don't have to think about speed like anymore. And if you take that previous training, you're at like 800 and you don't have to think about it anymore. So that's a good example of how you can just get ahead. If you take both of those, then you're almost at 900 speed and you're over speed. But that's how you do it with like 2 speed cards. You just be more liberal with your item usage. Dirt races, man. Dirt races with Dirt B. I don't know why they're so difficult. It will eat your clock every single time. Another kale juice. This girl loves kale. Or she's about to. Just use the kale, man. I'm just going back in time and shaking your screen is it's like use the kale. Medium S. Another kale juice. Do you use it here? Please use it. Use the charm. You have 3 kales. Give that girl some juice. She's thirsty. She doesn't even like kale, but she's even asking for the kale. Are you gonna have enough stamina to finish this? You could, you should, but you never know. Yeah, okay. Where do you share the video? In the Discord. Actually, just send it to this email. Or the or the Google Drive. But if you go on the Discord, you'll see the announcement where I posted the links for all of this. Or you can send it to my email, drmrpancake@gmail.com. Finally use the kale, and then it's for a race. Didn't even need to use it for the race. And see, you got punished for finally using the kale. Like when you have so many mood up items, you can just be very greedy with racing because you can bounce back from awful very easily. So don't be afraid to race a lot more. I mean, even though you do race a lot more, I think you can race a lot more efficiently. And you can use your item, like if you were using your items throughout the year more, your stat line would be way higher all overall. Hey, if this is your highest run, there's a lot of up from here. I think it's essentially the big takeaway from this run is just kind of being more efficient. Because you're getting good shops, and it's just you really want to use those items to take advantage of it. Like if you took those trainings that we kind of skipped out in the beginning, your speed would have been maxed way back when. And that's the three speed card issue with Ogre. But then you would also have more flexibility with training on wit or power or something. Doing a calculator? I respect that. How much skill points did you have? 2,700? 2,752. Okay. SS, there you go. 17,986. 43 races. That is a lot of racing. Flashbang. You missed the Derby? Damn, man. Yeah, you definitely don't need to run 43 races. Yeah, sorry for the big old white screen, but you definitely need to run 43 races. You can train, even if you train wit 6 more times there, I mean, your wit balances out a lot more, right? And then you don't need to click speed that much, but I mean, it was a good run, even with all of that, right? But you know, all right, chat. Let's do one last one. Who else was in here? Ryan, was it you, or is it Garfield? Yeah, it is getting close to midnight. I'm tired, man. I'm gonna go to sleep, but figured we could skim through one real quick. You don't have your run on the drive though, and the inbox. So who's got the run on the drive right here? It doesn't need to be in the drive for the future, but Ryan, you do? Is this you? Okay. You sent an email? That's fine. We'll do emails next time. We'll do this again. Don't worry. Ketis on black. This is a good spread. 20-10, 20 speed, 10 stamina on Ketis on black. Super Creek, 2 stam cards, 2 speed, 2 wit. If you bring in 2 stamina cards, you bring more power sparks. If you bring in power sparks, you bring more stamina. Oh, this is a 3-star stamina attempt. Okay. I feel like it will still overstand, but that makes more sense. Let's see what your stamina is going to be looking like at the end of, or the start of junior year then. Yeah, 342 stamina. Holy shit. Low power, good speed. Why'd you click speed there? I mean, nothing on speed. I mean, your speed is, it's not high, but it's not low. Yeah, you need power, and you need the bonds too. That's the bigger worry is not getting the bonds. That would be kind of my big worry. You can get goals for parent runs, especially because we have so many skill points nowadays. But yeah, if you have the option of getting 2 different whites or 1 gold, you could probably try to get 2 different whites. I still think you're going to overstand with this as a parent run. And the issue with that is, are you going to win enough races with this? The clock right there. That's the first place right there. Love to see it. Like 400 stam by late December that's wild. You don't need to think about stamina, I don't know, ever again. If it's not speed or wit, I'm not even thinking about it. So stat line, the wit is very low. The power is very low. Your friendships are also very low. Chat, I just had a bug fall on my keyboard from the ceiling. Anyway, if you're looking at the right, Uma, you got 1,100 in stamina total. Yeah, I don't know what happened there then, because you probably don't even need to think about stamina till senior year. It was a pretty big bug. I don't even know what kind of bug it was. Forget what happened in the run. Well, we're going to find out. But with 10% stam growth, Super Creek is probably all you need. I mean, you could do this and it could be all right, but I would worry about winning the races. But as a front runner, you can also be all right. But yeah, I would worry if I'm gonna win enough races. If my speed is gonna catch up, but your speed should, because you have 20% speed. And then your power as a front runner, it's all right. Your friendships are really behind. So I would have been focused on friendships more. Like, even as, you know, a parent run, you still want the run to pretty much just be an ace run. Get those friendships up. Could have used a charm. It's fine. My posture was good. You didn't catch me this time, because I was killing a bug. So my posture is, I'm ready to go. But for everyone else, I know there's some slackers up in chat right now. Using energy over charms in the summertime, it's fine. But if I had the option of getting down to 0 energy before the kale juice, you know, I'll do that. Yeah, the lack of wit cards kind of being on right now, it's pretty tough. Especially with only 2 SRs, you really kind of want those cooking early on. What is your, I mean, your level on wit has to be low. Level 1? Yeah. I mean, I know it's a parent run, but still, you really want that to be like level 4 by now. 3 or 4. Still not friends with a lot of people. If you're friends with Super Creek in the summertime, I don't know if it would have, I don't know if she popped up during the summer, but you never know. Yeah, getting those bonds up early, I don't know what happened there. I don't know if this is like a typical run or this is a little out of the ordinary, but what's she gonna do here? Good night, Shogun. I'll be joining you soon. I should do a guts run. Maybe one day. Maybe I'll have somebody, I'll have chat coach me. My guts runs never go well. Yeah, the friendships were the biggest downfall here. Aside from the focus on what stats you're clicking on, which I know for parent runs, you can get a little, it's easy to get in your head of just kind of like, oh, I just, you know, I'm doing a parent run, it doesn't matter, but chat being led by you, well, you're gonna have to send in another. You're gonna have to send another guts run to be the captain. Friendships. Still, you still need friendships there. I do like the check the trainings before buying items. I always talk about that. You need to cycle something like Pasa. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how the stamina fell so far behind. I know how the the wit fell behind because your wit cards aren't wit. Your speed also, you only have one speed card right now. It's a strong speed card and 20%, so you don't necessarily need that. But you're not clicking wit, so that's the other hard part. So it's hard to kind of rate it like a normal run. But if I was rating it like a normal run, then focusing on obviously those friendships and then just kind of the priorities of the certain stats is kind of the other thing. What's the stats looking like? Yeah, the friendships on wit. I don't know what happened to the wit cards there, but you got a lot of hammers. You have 4 hammers right now. You probably use one there, and then you kind of move on. Sleep deprived. That's kind of unfortunate. It was a weird run overall. I think if you had wit, you have more options during the run, and that makes it makes it a little bit more free to maybe even get more stamina. Let's see what kind of parent you get. 1-star. 1-star wit after never clicking on wit. That's some irony coming back. She's like, hey, this is what you get. This is what you get for not letting me read a book. You'll remember this. 1-star wit. That's what you get. Next time, let me read a book. Anyway, chat. We'll do this again in the future. I need to grind some aces this weekend. But will we stream tomorrow? Maybe. If you want to send in more runs, send in more runs in the future. Otherwise, I'll see you next time. Yeah, as a team, King. As a team.